Okay, let's take a look. What I did here was I made a new layer, I put it in the back, title it background. So I just double click on here, type in background, and hit OK. Then what I did was I put my name on this same layer and I locked it. Then I double clicked here and I titled this perforation, and you can see I can turn it off and on. Okay. Then I have this new layer that I actually dragged up to the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this photo, and it's of Michael Scott office, and I'm going to title this layer Michael. And then I can hide it. I'm going to turn it off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer here. And this time I'm going to I'm just going to drag a rectangle in this new layer, layer 4. Okay, you can see where it's located. It's off center and everything. I'm going to fill it with white. I'm going to make a stroke of black just so it's visible. And again, I'm going to center it and I'm size it. And I'm going to make it 1/4 of an inch smaller on all the way around. So this time I'm going to center it again, go to the middle, measuring from the middle right here. And that's going to correspond with the middle here. And I'm going to go 5.5, hit tab, and that centers it this way. Then I'm going to hit 4.25 and tab, and that centers it vertically. And now I know the width is going to be 1/4 inch on either side shorter, so 1/2 inch shorter, so I'm going to make it 5. Same thing with this one. Instead of 3.5, I'm going to make it 3. Hit enter, and then you can see how it's centered with that other, and it's a very organized way of working. Okay, and you can see here on layer 4, I'm going to title this border, and then I'm going to give color of brown, and I'm going to change this weight of it to 5 point, and then I'm going to make the fill none. And so the fill is none. Okay, now you see when I go back and I turn on the Michael layer, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. I'm going to scale this down a little bit, select, and I'm going to hold down shift. Just scale it down a little bit so I can kind of crop it the way I like it, would like it to be. Like his tie to end a little bit above that border, and his forehead to be just a little bit further in like this. Okay, so there's a photo, and I could use that photo. I could use the photo just like it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually duplicate this border, and I'm going to drag this down here, and that will duplicate it. And this one is going to be called white border. And I'm going to make this one, when I select this, I'm going to make it slightly smaller. So I'm going to make it 4.875. And then this is going to be 2.875, which is basically taking 1/8 off of each end. And it's very thick still, so I'm going to reduce the size to 1 point. I think I have 2 point here, that's fine. And I'm going to change the stroke to white. And then I'm going to, let's see. So I have this white border, which I can lock, and then I have this border, which I'm going to lock, and then I can turn them off, and I'm going to take this photo and I'm going to auto trace it. So once I click on this, you can see this auto trace, and you can do different tracings. Here, I'm going to try this one, color 6. And you can see it's a little too simple in this area, so I'm going to undo it. And then I'm going to try a different one. I'm going to try a photo low fidelity. And that's a little bit better. There's some detail in some of those areas, but I'm going to undo it again and try something else. So, and then here's high fidelity. What does that look like? And that's too much. I think it doesn't look nice. And so I am going to go back to low fidelity, and I kind of like that. So I like the level of detail there. Now this is an important step right here, is I'm going to click expand, and this will convert everything to vector lines. And then when I go to the direct select tool, and one thing I want to point out is I selected a photo that has a white background, so it's an easy example of what to do. And I hope you guys select your photos based on some conveniences like that, just so you can get through the project. So I'm going to click once on the white part and I can delete it. Okay. You can't really see the advantage of it yet, but if I turn on this border again and I give it a fill, and I'm going to give this a fill of light blue, you can see, oops, I need to give it a fill of light blue. And so you can see there how when it's dragged behind, you can see how it's how he's cut out that way, and he's vector, and he's fully editable. You can edit each of these shapes with the direct select tool. You want to come in and select that shape and change the color or try some different things, feel free to experiment. So that's it for now.